What are your thoughts on dating?
That is a very broad question.
Interesting.
What do you think is the hardest thing when it comes to keeping healthy friendships?
Being honest. Like, you have to be honest. Because if you're feeling something or they've done something, then it's kind of just like you gotta tell them. Otherwise, that's when secrets starts, and then when secrets starts, that's when everything goes to chaos.
Ooh. The hardest thing. Maybe just like trying to be honest with the other person, like making sure that you're being open to them.
I think it would be like knowing that a relationship isn't a one-way street and that you both have to put in the work to have a solid relationship, and you both have to put in the effort to sustain it, I think.
Probably communicating and knowing what you want out of a certain friendship and making sure that the other person is on the same page. Like, if you need to be in contact with someone every single day and the other person's like, I'm fine if we only talk once a month, then it's being on the same page and knowing what you want to get from that friendship, I think, is important.
What are your thoughts on dating?
Interesting. I don't know. It's cool, I guess. Is that gonna do? All right.
Always date for marriage. That's what I've been taught. It's what I've been raised up with. I don't know. I've come from a school where dating, you'll date someone for 2 months and then you'll break up. And for me, it's kind of what's the point for that? You want to find someone that's gonna be by your side forever and be with you and help you grow. So.
That was a very broad question. I don't know. I don't really have any thoughts. I think that it's great. It's a great thing for people to do if they're doing it in a healthy way. Then yeah.
I think to each their own. I mean, if you want to date, you can date. Me personally, I don't really want to date till I'm an adult now. So I think, yeah, you can choose what you want to do with your life.
How do you show you care in your relationships?
Paying attention. It's just important, because if you don't pay attention to what they're saying or what they're doing or even how they're feeling, then you can just slowly start drifting away, and it's just really important.
One time I sent my friend just a random paragraph of you're amazing, you're great, I hope your year is going well, because it was at the beginning or at the end of the year, and just checking in and stuff like that.
I buy people stuff. I like to give gifts or show them that I love them by making them something. I do pottery, so I make people mugs.
For me personally, if someone buys me food, I'm yeah, I'm friends with this person. They bought me food.
Tinder?
No.
I don't know. It just seems weird. I don't know how it would feel if someone was just hey, I don't know you, you don't know me, we have something in common. You want to talk? And I'm just no, thank you.
I don't know that much about online dating, but I mean, like I said earlier, to each their own.
I'm 17. No opinion on Tinder.
What do you wish people talked more about in regards to relationships?
I think how easy it is to go over the line into an unhealthy relationship, but also what's healthy for some person, maybe unhealthy for another. Just conversations about how to have a conversation about what you need from a relationship.
Mental health. I think people should talk more about how people react to certain situations, especially if they have a mental illness or something like that.
I would say making sure the relationships are not only healthy for the other person, but healthy for you as well.
Everyone seems to talk about the really good fun side of it, but no one really seems to talk about the other side of the deep understanding. And I feel like that's something I would want to more like hear for myself, is like what that's like. So
Do you wish there were more healthy conversations on how to have healthy relationships?
Yeah, totally. I think it's really important.
yeah, I do. I don't know. I've talked with my mom about it before, but I've never really had those conversations.
Yes. I think that in a lot of spaces, like people are trying to like learn how to have healthy relationships, and they will like, because it's not really talked about in school. So if you look at like the internet, there's a lot of places that do talk about how to have healthy relationships, but there's also like a lot of places where relationships are like unhealthy, like in a lot of TV shows. And so if you idolize like someone on TV and you're like, oh, that's their relationship and they're happy. Yeah. So I think that there should be a lot more conversations about how to have healthy relationships.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think people need to learn how to, or at least like somebody show them what being a good friend is or being a good partner is. And I think even some of the better ways to do that is having relationships and just throwing yourself out there to people, and then you learn from your experience.